Hello, hello. This is David. I'm going to do another video here. It's getting close to Christmas. I think today is the 18th of December 2024. I wanted to do a video on the concept that basically the Mormon Church takes care of its own. I was taught all the years that I was coming up in the Mormon Church, raised in the cult, that basically Mormons were well known in the community and in their own culture, that they take care of their own. That was a concept that basically indicated that they would band together, that they would support each other, that they would encourage each other. It even extended to if you needed money, if you needed food, if you needed assistance, that the Mormon Church would stand in for its members before the government or the environmental people would stand in. That was a good philosophy. It sounded good. It sounded Christ-like. I have to tell you what happened to me. One of my children, Aaron, was born, and he wasn't matriculating very much, around 1.5, 2 years old. Wasn't keeping up. I owned a daycare center then, and he wasn't maturating properly with the other kids for his age. So I took him to a doctor, and the doctor looked at him for a few minutes, and then the doctor turned to me and he said, "Well, Mr. Crossett, he's retarded." I said, "What?" He says, "Your son is mentally retarded." Okay. I'm not quite sure. In those days, I was maybe 28. I don't remember. Young, stupid. So I began to need some help. He wasn't speaking properly. He wasn't going to school properly. He couldn't matriculate in school. He needed some assistance, attention, mentally, emotionally, physically. So I thought, well, I'll go to the church. The church takes care of themselves. They really, Mormons watch out for each other. Well, I went to the bishop, and I said to the bishop, "Gee, I need counseling. I need some group therapy. I need some medications. I need some psychiatric and or physical doctors, psychologists. I need some support, and I need some help. What can you do for me?" He looked at me and he said, "Your son is retarded?" I said, "Yes, sir." He says, "Well, you're going to have to go see the federal government. We're not going to do anything." I said, "I thought we take care of our own. He's one of our own. He was born in the covenant." Well, the truth of the matter is, the Mormon Church didn't want to have anything to do with retarded people. They were humiliated and embarrassed that those kind of people existed. And they gave me no assistance. None. Zero. Zero. No help with that retarded boy. And I raised him his whole life till he was 18. I think he's in his mid-30s now. And has an IQ of 52. Basically can barely talk, can barely handle any daily living, feeding, toileting, etc. Well, the Mormon Church didn't do much there, and I thought, well, maybe it's an aberration. Maybe the bishop was an asshole. Maybe I just got a bad pull of the straw. I got the short end of the stick. Maybe the church is true. I can't even keep a straight face when that sentence comes out of the front of my head. Maybe the church was true, and I just didn't understand. See, in the Mormon Church, if things don't work out, the way they say they should, it's our fault. It's never their fault. We need to pray more. We need to put more garments on. We need to fast more. We need to uh, have faith. It'll be handled in the millennium, etc. So anyway, life went on. Life went on, and I categorized and pigeonholed that experience. And then I happened to get divorced. I've been divorced 6 times. I've had 7 wives. I have 14 children. I've been married in the Mormon temple 3 times. And I've been married to 2 returned missionaries. Well, I was in between marriages. That's not even comical, but that's a true statement. I was divorced and I was looking for another mate. And I was looking all over the United States to see if I could find somebody online that I might hook up with and become, a couple with, married. And then I discovered, much to my amazement, that I had married all of the eligible women in North America. I kind of ran out of a pool of eligible females. So I clicked on the Mormon website, LDS.com, I can't think, singles.com. And I thought, well, I don't see any American women here. And I don't know, maybe it was the Holy Ghost. I don't know. It might have been bipolar desperation. I don't know. I said, well, I think I'll click onto the website for Filipinos that might be LDS and looking for a mate. Well, I fell off my chair. As soon as I clicked on the LDS Filipino girls that were available, there were thousands, if not tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, beautiful Asian Filipino women who were possibly interested in migrating to the United States, marrying an American. Well, I thought I'd hit the senior jackpot. I forget, 758, something like that. And I found one girl that was willing to at least talk to me. I ended up marrying her, and Mercy and I have been married now 18 years. We adopted 2 children. We raised them. Well, when I was bringing the idea of Mercy, a member of the church, to the United States to give her a better life and to give me a good life, to have a new wife, I began to see the immigration situation, the paperwork, the money, the certification of income, the details of trying to bring a person to the United States. Excuse me. Well, I saw that it was overwhelming. I'm not a stupid person, but I'm not an immigration attorney. And I wanted her to come. She wanted to come and be married. We were both LDS. And I went to the church. Again, we take care of our own. I thought, I can't even keep a straight face. We take care of our own. So I went to another bishop and I said, Bishop, I'm in love with this young lady, and she's from an LDS family in the Philippines. She's a returned missionary, and there's a lot of things that I need with either legal advice and or filling out paperwork and dealing with immigration. I pay my tithing, I pay my fast offerings, I'm active and a good member of the church. And I'm asking, is there something you could do to help me out? Either help me find someone in the ward or stake that's an attorney, or somebody that would take a case, either pro bono, or maybe the Mormon Church, could take some of their money and even helped me get some legal advice to see if we could get her to come to this country. See, we take care of our own, but we don't. We say all the right things, but we do all the wrong things. And he said, no, no, sorry. The funds are sacred. Funds are sacred. We're not going to help the members of the church. Your situation does not warrant us writing a check or searching for somebody to help you. You're on your own. Well, now I see a trend. See, I keep using that word in my videos. One time, when somebody screws you one time, it might be an accident. It might be, an aberration. But when it's systemic, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, there's a trend. So this now was a trend. Twice they said, screw you. So I thought, well, I have to either call her and her wonderful family and tell them that the deal is off. I don't have the skills, the talents, and the money to bring her to the United States and marry her. Well, that was disappointing for all of us, and sat for whatever, a couple of weeks and whatever, and finally Heavenly Father came to me and said, I have an idea. And I said, okay, your ideas are always good. When I have an idea, being bipolar, it's always bad. I said, sir, what's your idea? And he said, well, I want you to go to the Catholic Church. I said, Jesus, I've been taught that the Catholic Church is the great and abominable church upon the face of the earth. That's what my Mormon people and background and teachings have taught me for over 50 years. And the voice said, well, why don't you go ahead and call Catholic Community Services in Salt Lake City? I said, well, it's going to be a snowball's chance in hell. God always makes these ideas up, and God always instructs me what to do, but they're always fucked up ideas, and I end up with my life destroyed. So I said, okay. So I called Catholic Community Services in Salt Lake City, and they said, would you like an appointment? I said, well, yes, but you have to realize I'm not a Catholic. I'm a Mormon. And there was no response. I thought that they were going to attack me. The Mormon Church taught me that these were evil people, that they were hateful people, that they were vengeful, and that they were the great and abominable church upon the face of the earth. He said, well, Mr. Rosette, could you come in this Thursday at 2 o'clock? We're going to have you meet with one of our attorneys. I said, wait a minute. You know that I'm a Mormon and I need help, and you're inviting me to come and speak to one of your attorneys about immigration. Yes. I said, well, are you tricking me? My church has told me that you're very tricky. You're, left hand, right hand, sleight of hand, magic. What? I'm going to come into the appointment, and then you're going to throw me down on the floor, open my wallet, take all of my credit cards, and pay all your priests my extra money. They go, no, it's free. I said, wait a minute. I'm a Mormon, and we have hated you for 200 years, and we can't say a kind thing about you and Mother Teresa and all of the Catholic charities, donations, feeding the poor and the helpless, clothing people. Basically, we've treated you that way, and you're saying now for me to come in, excuse me, and you're going to give me an attorney for free to help me immigrate my Mormon wife to the United States? Yes, sir. Okay, I don't believe you. The Mormon Church has told me to be, on guard. The Mormon Church has trained me to think you're satanic. The Mormon Church has led me to believe you're tricking me, but I'm going to show up. Well, I did. I showed up, and she was a beautiful young attorney in spirit and in attitude. Never said a word to me. Never said a word to me. Well, are you a member of our church? Never said a word to me. Have you paid money into the Catholic organization? Never said a word. Just asked me the details. My name, income, proof of evidence of this and that, filled out this and that. She said, well, it's going to take me several days and hours. I have to prepare the immigration papers. I'm sorry. I said, okay. Sure enough, she calls me back. I walked in, and she had all the paperwork in a file, all ready to go. So I said, well, I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate what you've done here. Um, I'm ready for the bill. How much are you going to charge me? And she says, oh, it's nothing. It's pro bono. We do this to help people. We do this to help people. So the first time with Aaron, the Mormon church gave me one of these. The second time with Mercy, they gave me two of these. Catholic Community Services brought my returned missionary wife to the United States to be married from the Philippines and never charged a penny. So when Joseph Smith says that he spoke to God and Jesus Christ, and he was told that all of the denominations were an abomination in his sight, there couldn't be a greater lie ever told on this planet than that statement from Joseph Smith. Jesus Christ does not use those kind of words. Jesus Christ does not judge his children because they're in a little bit different religions, different philosophy. Jesus Christ would never have said that. So I'm going to leave this video with you. It's Christmas time here in 2024. The Mormons don't take care of their own. They only take care of their own when it's convenient for them, when you're an authority in the Mormon church, when you pay a lot of tithing in the Mormon church. There's classifications of Mormons. If you're giving 4 pesos a month to the Mormon church for tithing, 4 times 2 is 8. So that's 8 cents in the Philippines. 4 pesos, 8 cents. That's your tithing. The Mormon church doesn't think that that's enough money for them to intervene and help you. So, yeah, the Mormon church does take care of its own, but they're very selective of taking care of their own. I said this once before in another long, distant video. When I was in the Thousand Oaks, Newberry Park State, Thousand Oaks, California, in Newberry Park, we had a man who was a father, and he had children, and he owned a gas station. And he fell on some hard times. He didn't have enough money to fill the gas tanks of his gas station to sell gas and support his family. And he was in the stake presidency of the Mormon Church, high up authority. And so he went to the bishop and stake president and said, I need some help. I'm a member, and I need to buy gasoline for filling my tanks up so I can support my family. Well, they gave him $10,000. They gave him $10,000 of your tithing money and our fast offering money. He needed it. I don't begrudge them at all for that. But what I do say is he paid big tithing, and he was an authority in the church. And $10,000 was chump change to a $250 billion corporation to put him back in business so that he could pump gas and support his family. So I see these divergent behaviors. I see these unequal. I see enforcement selective. I see with my own eyes, and I've experienced. I walk down these paths. They're not stories that I've heard. They're experiences that I've lived. So my wife is here because of Catholic Community Services, and my son Aaron is in Oklahoma. He got the best special education that I could get him from the federal government and the school district. The Mormon Church never paid a penny, never bought him a coloring book, never bought him a toy for Christmas that was educational, never did anything, never paid for a counseling session, autistic evaluation. They never did a thing, not one thing. So, anyway, I'm having a happy Christmas. I hope you have a happy Christmas. And I'm just telling the truth. If you want to belong to an organization like that, be my guest. I think we all should resign. I don't want my name anywhere near that cult. I don't believe in that kind of hatred. I don't believe in that kind of neglect. And I don't believe in that kind of mean-spirited Christian, supposed Christian. It's not Christian. Is satanic. It is the great and abominable church. It is satanic. It is a deadly cult. And you and I need to stand up and get our names removed from that. It's like Auschwitz. I don't want to ever be associated with being an SS officer. I don't ever want anyone to know that I was an officer in Mormon Auschwitz. I'm done. So anyway, have a Merry Christmas. Thanks.